Hey everybody, it's Peter. We're cooking with Peter. Today we're going to be making smoked chicken, and it is so fantastic. I went ahead and made it today, and there's only one more thing to do. Look at all that juice coming off there, and we just got to try it. Oh my God. Make this. Make it today. All right, I'm going to be using the Masterbuilt electric smoker today, and as you know, I have every smoker, every grill Ninja has ever made, but sometimes you got to use a bigger smoker, and that's why I'm going to be using my Masterbuilt. About an hour ago, I went outside and I set the temperature to 275 degrees, and I set the time to about 6 hours. Now, of course, it's not going to take nearly that long, but I wanted the Masterbuilt smoker to be able to heat up and get warm. The next thing I did was I used some apple wood chips. You can use any kind of chips you want to use, and remember, you don't use pellets in the Masterbuilt, you use chips. So I bought those over at Cabela's a while back, and that's the apple wood version. And then I just put those into the Masterbuilt smoker, and then let us start getting the smoke going, and it happened very quickly. And now we're going to be going into a list of the ingredients. I'm going to be going over our list of ingredients, and it cannot be any simpler than this. I have 2 large whole chickens, and these are about 5 to 5.5 pounds each. I got these over at Costco yesterday. And just a little bit of oil, which I'll spray on top. I did go ahead and dry off the chickens very well. And then I'm going to have some Montreal seasoning. This says Kinders. That's not what's inside. This is Montreal chicken seasoning. And you want to do that very liberally because the chickens are so big they can take that. All right, so just spray a little bit of oil here on the top. And this is going to help the seasonings just stick to the chicken a little bit better. All right, that's about all there is to that. Now, what I always do is I just put some of the seasoning liberally in my hand, and I go ahead and just put some in the end of the chicken right there. So don't worry, chicken police. I will wash off this seasoning bottle when I finish. So don't worry about that. Don't worry, seasoning police or chicken police, not going to be a problem. So as you can see, I'm putting on a lot of this seasoning on purpose because they are big birds and they're going to be able to take all this seasoning. So the Montreal steak seasoning is one of my favorites on chicken, and then the Montreal chicken seasoning is one of my favorites for chicken, and the steak one is one of my favorites for steaks and hamburgers. Okay? And guys, that's really all there is to this. Just put the seasonings on, we're good to go. Put them on very, very liberally, and that's pretty much it. So that's it for the seasonings, chicken, a little bit of oil, seasonings, and we're good to go. Let me go wash my hands real quick. I'm going to come back and tell you about a new product. I'll be right back. I want to show you a new product by a company called Inkbird, and they were kind enough to send this product to me to show it to you. And this is a unit that has 4 wireless probes. What I like about this unit is that it is both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi is going to give it a better connectivity, better than the Bluetooth version. I've had the Bluetooth version before, and I think this is better. Also, if you don't want to use the app, and it has a really good app, it's very intuitive. If you don't want to use the app, you can also just use this right here, and you can see it has a little stand right there. And you can just set that right on the table and keep this close to the probes. You can go outside and check on it if you don't want to use the app. So I like to use the app, though. It's one of my favorite things when cooking. And let me show you also that when you take these out, this is probe number 1. You're going to see the ambient temperature right here, 77 degrees. Also, if you see right here, there's a line right there. See that line? So that's the food safe area from here to here. So whenever you put the probes in, you want to make sure that you're putting the probe in up to that line. So I'm just going to stick one right here in the breast of the chicken, and we're going to go to that line right there. All right? Now I'm going to put in probe number 2, and on this one I'm going to be putting it into the thigh, which is around here. And the purpose of that is that the thigh is going to take a little more time usually to cook. So I put that right in here, and again, right to that line. Can you see that? That's right to that line, and that's going to be probe number 2. And this is probe number 1. And you can see over here that the chicken temperature is cool, and you can see how the variables are right there. I'm going to go ahead and put the probes in to this one as well. And this is probe number 3. Again, right to that line. And now we're going to put in another probe over here on this side, and we'll just put it right in there under the dark meat. Again, right to that line right there. All right, these are all ceramic handles, and this is the part here that it uses to charge. So it's very easy to use these and watch them on the app. And as I said before, I think the Wi-Fi version, this version, is a better version than the Bluetooth because it has better connectivity and has a little bit longer range. So we're going to get ready and take these out to the smoker, put them inside the smoker, and we're going to let them cook until they come up to temperature. Remember, we don't cook to time, we cook to temperature. And on chicken, we're going to take this up to 165 degrees, and I'll be watching that right here on the Inkbird temperature probe. Okay, I'm ready to put the chickens into the Masterbuilt smoker, and I'm just going to lift this up, and you can see it's doing very well. A little fire going down there. I put some water in there. That's going to help us keep it moist. Put one chicken here. All right, guys, I move these probes around so that they're not touching the wall, because the wall can get very hot and you don't want the probes touching that wall. Only in the food, you can see back in the back, kinda. But I move that one around too. And now I'm just gonna close this up and let the chickens start to smoke. All right, guys, I put the chickens in place, and now it's gonna take about probably 2 hours or so because the temperature is at 275, not very hot. So it'll take a little while. We're gonna be watching our probes. And remember, we're going to cook this to temperature 165. We're not really cooking to time. So when it gets to 165, we can take them out and go to the next step. Guys, our chicken is ready. So let's take a look. Let's see how great that looks. And look how juicy those chickens are. My goodness. Look at that. Now we're going to take the chickens inside and let them rest for a few minutes. And I'm telling you, they smell fantastic. So let's go cut these up in a bit. Come on. I want to talk to you a little bit more about the Inkbird. Whenever you are using the Inkbird base, you want to make sure that you keep this fairly close to wherever you have the probes. If you move it too far away, it's going to go offline. So make sure that you keep that fairly close to the probes. I'm going to go ahead and just take the probes out. And of course, I'll wash those up in a few minutes. They did very well, and I love the app from Inkbird. It's a very, very good product, and I think you will enjoy it too. Let's talk about ways that you can use smoked chicken. Of course, you can eat it just like it is, because I was doing that and giving it a bit of a test a few minutes ago. It's fantastic. Another restaurant I went to a while back called Charleston's, they use smoked chicken in their enchilada plate. And I'm telling you, it was absolutely delicious. So give that a try. With enchiladas, maybe tacos, it's just super, super good. And I know you enjoy this. So I want to thank Inkbird again for sending in these probes for us to give a try. You will find a link for these down below. And if you'd like to purchase your own, you'll find them at a very good price. Much more so than other products in the market for the same thing. They work great. I'm very happy with them. I like the fact that they are both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. And also you can just use the base if you don't want to use the app, but I would highly recommend using the app because it's the best. All right, thank you again for watching the video today. Please do me a favor, if you have not subscribed already, please do so. Give us a thumbs up. It's always important. I appreciate you watching today, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.